Well, hello, families, and welcome to the mid-year confirmation meeting. Tonight, I just wanted to take a little time to guide you through the process of helping your candidate choose a saint name and choose a confirmation sponsor. But first, as I expressed in one of my weekly email updates, I am so impressed by all of you. You as parents have really risen to the occasion and embraced your role as primary catechist. It's not easy to prepare a teen for confirmation, and even with all the schedule disruptions from work and school because of COVID, you all have been doing a great job. I've heard from so many of you that you're enjoying this time together you have with your teen to watch these videos and to discuss our faith. And I love hearing your feedback. Just think, your teen will always remember this time that you spent and the dedication that you showed them during this year of all years. So here are just a few reminders from our first parent meeting. And remember, that parent meeting is still available on our YouTube channel if you want to have a refresher. But just very quickly, first, you're going to watch those chosen videos from each lesson with your teen. You're going to guide them in filling out their workbook, and you're going to use your parent guide to start some good conversation about the faith. Remind your teen to log in to their Zoom account for our Sunday check-in. And then they will have assessments for each lesson. Those assessments are emailed to you at the end of each month. Remember, attendance is taken in two ways. First, via their participation in the Zoom session on Sunday, and second, when they submit their assessments. Remind your teen also to fill out their Mass journal. It's also a Google form. And all of those links to the Mass journal and to the assessments and everything else you need to make this confirmation year successful, I email that all to you in that weekly email update. So be sure to check it over each week. So that wraps up our little refresher course. Let's get on to the new stuff. How to choose a saint name and how to choose a confirmation sponsor. So let's start with helping our candidates choose a saint name. Choosing a saint to take as your confirmation name is a long-standing tradition of our faith. On the day that you are confirmed, the bishop will use your saint name to confer the sacrament upon you. This saint is going to be an important role model for you and one that you can turn for guidance and protection throughout your whole life. Plus, this saint will be constantly interceding for you from heaven. So the first step in choosing a saint name is to pray. Ask the Holy Spirit to help you choose a saint that will become your patron. Step 2 is to go look for saints. There are a number of websites that are dedicated to saints. Catholic.org, EWTN.com, USCCB.org, and of course, your chosen workbook has a Hero of the Week section in each lesson. And all of these various websites, you can look saints up alphabetically, you can look them up by particular traits or by a future career or an activity that you love. You can look up a saint that shares a feast day with an important day in your life, like your baptismal day or your birthday. You may already have saints in your life. You can look up a saint name that runs in your family or that are important to you for other reasons. When you start looking, you will see that saints are all around us. Churches, schools, hospitals, the church where you were baptized, the church where your parents or your grandparents were married, and beautiful cities and locales all over the world are named for saints. Third, once you have discovered a number of saints that you are inspired by, Narrow the list down to like 2 or 3. Talk about these 2 or 3 saints with your parents and with your sponsor. Write the saint name down. Practice saying it out loud. Live with these saints. Ask them to pray for you. And finally, through prayer and discussion with your parents and your sponsor, choose one saint that will be your patron. Once you have decided the saint you will choose, fill out that saint name Google form and submit. The deadline is Sunday, March 7th, 2021. Then continue to pray that your new saint will pray for you and intercede for you. You may want to buy a book about your saint or a prayer card to keep with you. This new saint of yours will be spiritually bonded to you for the rest of your life. So take a little time to get to know them better. Please reach out to me if you have any questions about saint name. And again, be sure to be watching for those weekly updates. For now, we're going to move on to helping our confirmation candidates choose a sponsor. A sponsor is required for sacrament of confirmation. This person is going to stand with you and serve as a witness to the bishop and to our church that you are prepared to receive the sacrament of confirmation. This is a great responsibility, so please be thoughtful about your choice of sponsor. A sponsor is someone who will guide you, pray for you, and help you through this process of preparation, and is willing to enter into a lifelong relationship with you as a mentor and as a friend. Please ask someone that you feel will be open with you, that will answer your questions and make the process enjoyable and meaningful. Your sponsor must meet certain criteria. First, your sponsor may not be your parents. Second, the sponsor must be a confirmed Catholic. Third, a sponsor must be at least 16 years old. And a sponsor must be a Catholic in good standing. A Catholic in good standing is one that does not have an impediment to receiving Holy Communion. If you have a sponsor in mind, but they're not sure if they're a Catholic in good standing, please reach out to Monsignor Perry or to myself. Very often, these issues can be resolved. Your sponsor should live in the local area and be able to attend Mass with you on a regular basis. I will be reaching out to your sponsor and I'll be giving them practical suggestions for how to help you throughout this time. Most of these suggestions require that they are physically present in your life. A sponsor that lives out of town can have difficulty living up to that expectation. So please choose someone local. Ideally, choose someone that attends Mass here at St. Elizabeth's. Very often, one of your baptismal godparents can be a good confirmation sponsor, but you do not necessarily have to ask one of your godparents to be your sponsor. Pray about it. Discuss it with your parents, and when you have the right person, ask him or her to help you grow in the faith. Once you have chosen your sponsor, fill out the sponsor Google form and submit. The deadline is Sunday, March 7th, 2021, for both saint name and sponsor. And as always, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. This and all the other forms are sent via that weekly update, so again, be sure to check that out. And just a couple important final notes for you for when you choose your sponsor. First, give them the sponsor guide that came with your chosen workbook. This is for your sponsor, so make sure that they get it. Second, let your sponsor know that they're going to be receiving information from me via email. including a sponsor approval form that they will need to have signed by their priest. If they're parishioners here at St. Elizabeth's, then Monsignor Perry will take care of their form. If they belong to another Catholic parish, then they need to ask the priest there to sign it. Please remind your sponsor to return that approval form to me just as soon as possible. And finally, don't forget, we also have a full slate of youth ministry options, daily social media with targeted and focused content, a weekly Bible study via Zoom, a monthly praise and worship event called The Altar on YouTube, and seasonal YouTube program. Coming soon, our winter youth ministry special on YouTube called Catholic Stuff Teens Want to Know. Again, please reach out to me with any questions. I am here to support you and your family and help lead our teens to Christ. And I'm always happy to help. We continue to pray that this time of sacrament preparation in your homes is a time that will bear great fruit for you and for your family. Thank you for joining me tonight. Good night.